I just want to rant for a little bit here. Sit and chill with y'all for a little minute. You know, you already saw that 50%, 40% sale, 40% sale on forsightsoflife.com. Because spring, you know, so I wanted to just do a little blessing and whatnot. But I took a hiatus because I just wanted to kind of think for a little bit. I've been pretty much focused heavily with teaching on HK Network. So that's where a lot of my actual heavily clowning and teaching is at. My energy I give is over there. Okay, so been doing a lot of moving, relocation, stuff like that, getting things built, doing things like that, trying to prepare for this crazy, unsettled world that we live in. And, you know, some of you individuals need to turn to somebody, you know what I'm saying? But some of you individuals need to turn to family and loved ones. But this is a rant because I'm going to be all over the place. But I didn't prepare for anything specifically. But let me make sure I shout out this individual right here. Brother named Underwood sent me this right here. You know who you are. He sent me a link to this with brothers and sisters that's doing some big things, you know, and networking and art. Appreciate you, man. You know, go by no man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, I'll pin your comment if you have something to say or a link you want to put in there. I'm going to write you back, though, because you wrote a note in here to my P.O. box. Appreciate you. Now, he sent me this here. Most of it was dealing with Harriet Tubman because he definitely must have been listening to me for a while, you know, when it comes to saying that I'm the male version of Harriet Tubman in a new generation way of trying to awaken anyone that's stressed out, going through some drama, but mainly my people, okay? I don't discriminate around here. So I join in on anyone that's trying to assist me on the ground. You know what I'm saying? So this book right here you sent to me, I never had this one before, man. I never seen this book before. Never did. And I'm going to read it. I am. Yeah. And this is what he sent me. You know, this is just this is really thoughtful. Went out his way to do this right here. You know, not many people do that. Kareem, I don't really put myself out there like I wanted, but this is the actual 1 ounce United States mint of Harriet Tubman. And I looked it up. This bad boy is worth over, you know, almost $90. You know, but it ain't about the money for me. No, it's not. It's more so about the thought. It was powerful. I really didn't know. I wasn't looking like that. I seen them, but I didn't really know that they had so many pieces of Harriet Tubman. I definitely will be starting my collection, and it all started from you. All right, and I appreciate you, man. It's going right here in my secret spot right here. Now, let's start with this. Okay, this is the type of country we live in. Okay, let me show you some things. How they play chess. Let me see if I can get this going. Let's see. Let me see. It might be a little ad showing and whatnot, but after this is over, we're gonna play this. Let me see if I can take it to full screen. Yeah, let's see that. Yeah, since they banning me for a lot of stuff on social medias and
House Democrats last night took a rare step to help Republican leaders advance legislation on stalled security funding for Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. The House is now expected to vote on the final passage of the foreign aid package tomorrow. One unique part of the Ukraine package is something called the Repo Act, which would take billions in frozen Russian government money and give it to Ukraine. NBC News foreign correspondent Matt Bradley, in collaboration with the NBC News investigative unit, takes a closer look.
Billions of dollars of Russian government money is sitting in American banks in the United States and many billions more in banks across Europe. In the weeks following the start of Russia's all-out war in Ukraine in early 2022, the G7 countries banded together and froze some $300 billion in Russian assets, more than $6 billion in American banks. A new idea emerged last year: use that Russian money to help Ukraine.
Somebody has to pay for reconstruction, and I think it should be Putin, not the American people.
I don't need to go into more details of how this country is, well, I would say not the country, the people. They just can't get enough of running the show, doing what they want to do. It's crazy to me how a lot of us don't see the writing on the wall. I played it from my phone because the algorithm is hating on me when I share information that's just pertinent. But they froze their money in United States banks, froze it, because they was doing business with Russia. Then, since they're aiding and assisting Ukraine, Russia's people, because they've been banging out with them for a while, really ain't got nothing to do with us or do with United States, of America. United States ain't nothing to do with me and you, but we live here, so it has something to do with us, okay? It's controlling them, okay? They're controlling them, and now they're gonna take their money and give it to Ukraine. They already gave some money collectively with other countries and came up with a group to say, hey, let's keep the peace. We can get majority of what we need if we band together. Let's make contracts, make contracts. So while they're dealing with the powers that be with billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars, even trillions, it's a lot of us suffering around the world. And most of you don't even know how bad it is when it comes to bills that they're passing that's going to have to do with you and I. Okay? So they got so many crazy things passing that's going to harm us and you. You don't even see it happening. Okay? You don't even see what's happening right there in your face. But let me actually, I've been telling people for the longest what the average black man makes. The average so-called black man earns. And I got to keep telling you, because some of y'all just don't let it sink in. The average yearly income for an African-American man is $41,000 a year. That's household income. Do you know how much that is? Let me do some calculation for you. I'm doing well for myself because my father said it. I should do an interview with my dad. He never wanted me. He said I never wanted to work for nobody. That's $3,400 a month. That's before they take out what they're going to take out. You divide that by 2, that's $1,700 every 2 weeks. And you got individuals that want to link up with these kings and they want them to earn $120,000 or $200,000 a year. Okay. Because I'm a math guy. I'm a realist. And you got to know where you reside. Okay? We're going to put the average man. Because you think it's just the black man. You know, this is how sick this country is. They're crazy. Okay. The average yearly income for the average male is 68,000. So we already know the black man is 41, but the average of other groups is 68,000. I could narrow it down, but how many men, black men, how many black men, I just want to rant a little bit, make six figures a year? We want to make sure we put black men, so-called black men, because that's what they call us, make $100K a year. Wow. Wow. How much does the average know? I want to know. That's the percentage of black Americans that make. No, I want to know the percentage of men that make. No, I want to know the percentage of black men that make over 100,000 a year. What is that percentage? 6%. Damn. 6%. That means 94% of them out there in the United States are not even close to that. Some of y'all want them to make over 200K. It's only 2% that's making that. I don't pat myself on the back because it's disrespectful. I know how easy it was to get over here if you are educated. But I had to educate myself to cross over. You ain't gonna get over here by waiting on them to educate you because you're purposely supposed to stay poor. So while they're spreading the news about what's going on in Ukraine and Russia, a lot of y'all were like, hey, hold on. You're sending money way out there, but what about us? What about us? It don't matter. They already showed you. It don't matter. It don't matter. If they had billions and billions of dollars, they ain't gonna give it to us. They ain't gonna give it to you. So that means you gotta go get it. You gotta go get it. It's so many opportunities to just start out of the starting blocks in the different positions. You just gotta see it when it comes and when it's facing you. I was in HK Network yesterday. Today is Tuesday, HK Network. And I was teaching the members in there, my actual members, I call them bee snipers. The bees, because we staying busy. I was having a blast in there, showing them some different ways on how they can capitalize. And they can kind of skip this situation of trying to start a business by just investing in the right time at the right moment. Okay? It did take some doing, and it ain't just rocket science and it's easy peasy and beautiful. But if I hold myself to this position right here, right? It ain't about money. It's about education. It's about holding the heat to the fire. It's about holding the light in the dark. It's about showing individuals how to see, okay? It's about sharing the unknowing, all right? That's what it's more about. It's more about that. I'm trying to make sure that individuals are not left completely behind. How do I do that? I have to be unselfish, not selfish. I'm not totally perfect. Nobody is. I don't think nobody is. I know so. Ain't nobody perfect. But I do know that if your intentions are in the right place, you can do a lot of change. And it's a reason why things are out of order in this country. So when you actually put here, what is the average of a black woman, right? It's kind of the scales are tipped, right? When you put that, how many black women make over, 100K a year? Let's see. I want to know. You should want to know too, because it's on purpose that you ain't getting it. Let's see. They call you black, so let's look up black women. All right, that's what I want to know. I want to know that numbers. All right, so it shows that I think theirs is a little bit higher. It won't even. Does anybody? What are they making? I'm pretty sure they make more. Cause and y'all think it's because they made sure that they gave them more opportunities. Queens stay in the black women, they stay in the form of survival mode. They understand that they have a foot on their neck. So shows it right here. Black women are above 9%. That's crazy. 9% over 100K a year. Now that's higher than 6%. Now let's see what's the average. All right, because I want to know the average. I want to know what the average is that they make a year. Wouldn't you want to know the average of what the black women make a year? Yeah, because they don't really share this data with y'all, and y'all think it don't matter. Y'all think it's an accident that you are not making much. Okay, so wow, ones with a degree. Y'all know a lot of them have degrees, right? $55,000 to $56,000 a year. Ones without a degree, $36,000 a year. The ones without a degree is still about $4,000 away from $4,500 away from the average black man. So when you do the calculations of that, of ones with the degree is $56,000 a year, divided by 12. That's $4,666 a month. Divided by 2, they're bringing $2,333 in a month. You subtract the $1,700 that you bring in every 2 weeks, they're making an extra $633 every 2 weeks more than you. That's an extra $1,250 more than you are a month. So a whole lot of issues happen when it's done this way. But think about it. You were never meant, you were never breeded, kind of like put here to work someone else's purpose. Did you catch it? Yeah. That don't supposed to be your world. Who told you that you were supposed to get up and wake up in the morning and work for someone else? That you were supposed to be breeded to work for someone else? That you were supposed to groom and majorly taken advantage of your time, your mental, your soul, your spirit, everything about you, and make sure that they can pretty much condition you mentally till they can have your children. And then they can have your children's children. And then as you get older and older and older, you look back and you look on your life when you get up in the morning. You look back on your life when you get up in the morning. You actually look into the future when you get up in the morning, and you see how tired you are. You tired. And now they passing laws. And they're putting things in a bill to pass laws to see if they can get the new generation to work less hours. They can actually put on the books that we don't want them doing 40 hours a week. Let's take off 8 hours and just make it 32. They're doing too much. They're tired. They don't want to work. They don't want to be in the ecosystem of the slavery 9 to 5. And you think they lazy? New generation is lazy. Really? Are they lazy? Or do they realize how tired you are? Did they see and watch how fed up you are? Did they see how much you gave in too many times when you could have maybe did something different or did something new? And they don't want that for themselves. They want to play chess, but they don't know how to play chess because they wasn't taught how to play chess with these wicked people out here. That's why it has to be individuals that start something, create something, and when you get to the other side, teach something, pay it forward. It don't really matter what you think about me and those like myself. It don't really matter. What are you doing? You got to do a little bit more than just in your home. Some of y'all don't even do that much in your home. You're not even giving and letting them know the struggles you're going through to make sure they won't go through the struggles that you're going through. You won't even teach them that because you ain't got time. You tired. I could sit here and preach all day, but I just wanted to come here and just rant. I might just come here doing rants because this channel ain't nothing but a crazy channel anyway. They didn't really shut me down. If you want to find where I'm at, where I'll be trying to teach on health, you go to foursightsoflife.com and you will find my health videos, okay? You'll see all health videos. Click the link. It takes you to all my old and present videos on health. You want to actually see me teach live or whatever about health and whatnot and just hanging out with people. I'm in TikTok and I show up at least once a week trying to gear up to more, but my live stream ain't that good in the rural area. You know what I'm saying? When you want to stay away from the Jesuits, you got to go a little bit of ways from the city, okay? I agreed to stick around my family members and loved ones and not go to Africa and leave the country so I can assist and aid to them, okay? Be a pillar here. But I have to make sure that I protect myself, my energy, my essence of who I am still, okay? You got to do the same. But you're missing out, it just popped in my brain, on the greatest transformation of wealth. I don't think you're going to get another opportunity with this cryptocurrency because they're getting their hands on it. You already see what BlackRock is doing. Told you I'm going to be all over the place. You already see what Chase is doing, Bank of America is doing, U.S. Bank is doing, Wells Fargo is doing, the government is doing. They talking about this crypto space in SEC. They changing laws. They actually create new laws for the social media when it comes to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. They passing bills on YouTube, on Twitter, Telegram. All of that is changing. The old don't want to let go for the new. But the new said, I don't care how you feel. We going to kick the door in and change to a new world. And when you change to a new world and you're going already digital, but you're going extra digital, there's other things that can make it more innovative that's going to come on board. And you can make a nice little knot and then sail into the sunset if you catch the rainbow. Did you catch it? That's all I'm saying. You don't want to be the one that's left behind or always trying to chase a 9 to 5, always trying to chase a business, always trying to chase the new opportunity because they come and go in this country. You don't want to be the individual that's always praying without ceasing, but no action. You're supposed to be doing something, not just praying. It's more than just prayer and meditation. It's more than just actually manifesting things. You got to put action towards that. You got to actually meditate, pray, and put action towards that. You got to really put more than 1 or 2 steps forward, and you got to stay consistent. Yeah. Most people don't want to tell you that. They think you just pray and your prayer is supposed to be answered. That's it. It's more than just that. Okay? It's way more than just that. It has to do with love. It has to do with your heart. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how you treat others, treat you. You know, what are you doing for others? what's your act of love? How are you, what are you doing to pay it forward or bless others and so they can bless you? What are you doing? What are you doing? So I don't want to beat you up, beat you down. Just wanted to let you know that I'm here. I might show up next week, might not. You know what I mean? I'm not really concerned about how many views I got. I just wanted to actually let folks know that it's a sale on Foresight's Life. I'm just playing. Let folks know that don't stay complacent. I teach it all the time. If y'all know me in the day ones, y'all know I've been teaching since the day you met me about business. I've been teaching how to be your own apothecary with your health. I must have created in my life. It's time for me to start writing books because I must have created more than 1,000 health natural healers out there, putting their labels out there, knowing the rules with FDA, knowing how to make sure they brand themselves, knowing how to, I don't care about none of that and giving me competition. That was not my mind. My mindset was about, I need more of me to fight against these Pharisees that's this trying to push poison. That's all they're trying to push, poison. And then when you get into that place that you think you might not live long, or you lethargic, or you are hurting in families, I wanted to show you that there are other opportunities and alternative ways to be healthy. That's all. And I can't do it all myself, so why not pay it forward to several people? So I know it's thousands out here because I see the thousands that actually paid for my course that was pretty much half and 1/4 less than all my teachers that I've took classes for and with. Reminds me, I got to take my doctor's test and there's 5 more days left in this month. Wow. So, got to hurry up and do that. Charge me $200 a month every time I miss a test. They're going to make sure I pass this year. I've been taking my time. But yeah, what mark are you going to leave? Don't allow them to keep on over and over taking advantage of you and your time and your energy. And if it's somebody out there that you felt done you wrong, make it right with them. Did you hear what I said? You felt done you wrong. Make it right with them. It's not about right and wrong. It's not about that. Sometimes they need it more than you need it, you know? Maybe you can say kick rocks and keep it pushing. I ain't worried about you or whatever, but sometimes it's more than just that. You need to stop just focusing on everyday situation that you're going through, which is living and trying to make ends meet. I know you're saying you're pressured and that's all that's in your face, but if that's all you focus on, how are you going to survive out here? How are you really going to survive? You can't survive if you're only thinking about the 9 to 5 every day. You're not thinking about your kids. You're not thinking about, the spouse that's just tired and irritated about this whole world, and they bring their stress home to you. And they, when you come home, the stress is there waiting on you. You're not thinking about your mom. You're not thinking about your dad. You're not thinking about the ones that passed on, that they wanted things better for you. You're not thinking about your cousins, your auntie. You're not thinking about your core family, your group of people. All you focus on is the latest news out there on what Diddy did and how he did this, and our entertainers are breaking down and they're going here and the war is about to crack. Hey, look, hold on, man. I gives two about them. All of that. It really don't honestly matter. It really don't. What's happening in my life? What's happening in your life? I'm trying to get you to focus on your life. That's what I'm trying to get you to focus on. There are people in your life that need you. There is you. There's you inside that needs you. That needs you. We all need each other, right? Right? So, take care of yourself. Until next time, always remember, Mother Nature, not this world. Mother Nature's your gift to help healthy living. Her is Kareem. Peace.
exciting coming home to you. Every day is a special day. Your heaven is my haven where I drift away. So relax, let me take it slow, and let me tell you something that you need to know. I'm with you, yeah, yeah. So very happy. This love make me happy. It's like a Saturday, and when I'm with you, yeah, I want this thing forever. Make me happy. Let's stay together, yeah. You're like a Saturday, Look, pretty brown eyes, you know it's a blessing just to be with you. And I cannot hide the way that I feel, yeah. And on our wedding day, I vow to never stray. Our love is here to stay, just like a Saturday. When I'm with you, you make me happy, so very happy. This love is something new to me. It's like a Saturday, just like a Saturday, just like a Saturday. Make me happy. Let's stay together, yeah, yeah. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is payday, but that ain't my day. I just want you right here beside me. My Saturday, my Saturday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.